Fiscal Court meeting to order. Commissioner Castlen, will you lead us in a prayer and the pledge?
I will. Dear Heavenly Father, we pause for a moment and we thank you for the many blessings you bestowed upon us as individuals and as a community and as a nation. And on this evening, we ask your blessing upon the Bush family as they grieve the passing of our former president. We ask you to bless all our nation. We ask you to bless us this evening as we do the work of the citizens of Daviess County and guide us to do things according to your will. We pray these things in the name of Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Once again, I want to welcome everyone to our December 6, 2018 meeting. Jenny, is this the same as the one I've got in there? Okay.
One says draft, another one.
Okay. Would you read first item?
Item 1, consideration for presentation, a treasurer's report for October 31st, 2018.
Mr. Hendricks.
October 31 balance is $30,802,890. General fund at that date was $11,598,041. Both revenue and expense items were coming within the budgeted range, so I have no further comment.
Commissioners, any question or comment? The only question or comment I would have, Mr. Treasurer, and I've asked this before the edification of all those folks who are out there watching and think that we have $30 million in cash that we can reach in our pocket and pull out and give away. Is that a true statement?
The $30 million is accurate, but it is not free and clear money. The money is restricted. While we do have a healthy reserve, meaning it's above our minimum, a whole lot closer to $10 million. The $30 million cash, you have to remember that our money comes in from tax revenues primarily in December and January. So we're going to get the crux of our money. You'll see a big cash balance in those 2 months. And then you spend it over the next 10. So a single day's cash balance is not indicative of the reserve. That's correct.
Roughly 40% of that cash balance has to do with closure, post-closure, and operating fund of a single enterprise fund, which is the landfill. And all that money is restricted as to how we can use it. Any other question or comment? There being none, that's a presentation. We'll have a copy in our offices. Jenny, anyone that wishes to look at it is certainly welcome.
Item 2, consideration for approval, A, minutes of the November 13, 2018 court meeting.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, you all had a copy of the minutes in your hands for some time. Any questions, any additions, any deletions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
B, all claims for all departments.
Motion approved. Second.
I have a motion and second. Again, Commissioners, you all had a copy of the bills due and payable by Daviess County Fiscal Court in your possession. Any questions of the Treasurer? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
C, contract with the Commonwealth of Kentucky for the 2018 EMA program funds.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, Andy Ball is not here. Andy says this is a contract that is similar to the one that we pass and sign every year. I'm not up to date on it like he would be, but if you have any questions, yes, County Treasurer.
Yeah, this particular contract, it is signed annually. It's a program that the state has where we are reimbursed for 50% of the EMA director's salary and 50% of another employee's salary. So
okay.
The numbers look like they're great big, but that's the whole state's contract of which we are one piece.
Okay. Do we get to choose the other employee's salary? Could we get the county engineer in there instead of that assistant? Okay. Any other question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to welcome City Commissioner Larry Condor. Commissioner Condor, welcome. You came in about 2 minutes late. We explained why you can't have any of the $30 million in cash that we got. Next item, Jenny.
D, MOA with the Commonwealth of Kentucky regarding Wyndcrest Drive.
Motion approved. Second.
I have a motion, second, Commissioners. This is the memorandum of agreement between us and the Department of Local Government. As you know, in the buyout of the homes on Wyndcrest Drive, we were short by some $270,000 after a conversation with Commissioner Donahue. The Department of Local Government agreed to give us some of their flood control funds in the amount of $272,000, which just happened to be just exactly what we needed to make this thing go. This just formalizes how we will use that money. As a side, Commissioner Wathen and I were here along with the engineer Tuesday night, George? Tuesday night in a meeting with the folks from Wyndcrest and went over some of the things that they needed to do, the things that we were going to do, so we are moving forward. Any question or comment? Yes, sir.
Well, I was unable to attend that meeting, but will most of those citizens that got appraisals, will they all be?
Nine of the 10 are going to accept, to my understanding. There is one who has decided not to.
Is the one that's decided not to, is that the one that fronted the side road?
Fronted Wyndcrest. They have an access road behind them that actually does not flood, so they're thinking that's the way they're going to access into the house. If you go down there, and Commissioner, it's the one that's built up on blocks right now out of the flood. It was rebuilt and it was raised out of the floodplain.
I see. Okay.
So
thank you.
Yes.
We think 9 out of 10 are going. If
Yeah.
They all said they wanted to, but it won't be finalized until they actually sign the document and we get the house and they get the money.
Okay.
Up until that point, they can.
Right. They can back out anytime.
Okay.
Any other question or comment? Question or comment for the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And as an aside, I want to particularly thank Commissioner Donahue for working with us to make sure that we got those funds. She and her staff continue to work closely with Daviess County. As you know, they worked with us to secure the funding for the Friendly Village sewer extension, and it's when you have those governmental agencies listen to you and listen to the need, not only listen to the need but understand how it affects real people in their day-to-day lives. It's pretty cool. So thank you, DLG and Commissioner Donahue. Next item.
Professional services contract with GRAD regarding the CDBG for Owensboro Regional Recovery.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second, Commissioners. This is a contract that we sign every year. GRAD is the administrator of that CDBG grant that goes for the operation of Owensboro Regional Recovery. To my knowledge, there is no difference. The amount of the contract with GRAD is $10,000. Had a discussion today about the $10,000, and I think it was agreed that it was fairly inexpensive compared to all the mess that you get involved in with the CDBG grant, the federal government, and the administration. Any question or comment? Question or comment for the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
F Resolution 1418 establishing the creation of the Syringe Access Exchange Program by the Green River District Health Department.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, we have talked about this for actually several months. Clay Horton with the Health Department is here to answer any questions that you might have. This is going to be a joint resolution. If we pass the resolution this evening, the city will have it on their agenda on is it the 18th or 16th? 18th to vote on. We've had time, we've all had questions about it, comments about it. In the end, I think the one comment that I would say is that we as county government have a responsibility toward public health, and whether we like it or not, sometimes we've got to do things that we perhaps do not like individually, but in this case it's good of the public that we would be proposing this. What this does is it gives the health department permission to set up an evidence-based needle exchange program in Daviess County. The city of Owensboro will pass the same thing. I'm sure you're aware that Henderson County passed it. Has Henderson City passed it yet, Clay? 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're going to consider it in January. Somebody asked me, because I had a conversation with Jacob today, and I told him that I'm the chair of Daviess County Health Board, and we actually brought this up 2 years ago, probably, and we asked the staff to investigate what it would take to do a needle exchange. We asked them to visit some needle exchanges around the country, or around the state, and to bring us information back. The board voted to move forward with requesting that the local governments allow the needle exchange to be set up. There are either 23 or 28, or somewhere between 23 and 28 needle exchanges in the Commonwealth of Kentucky right now. Now, more than that, 49. Golly, those guys move faster than us. 49 needle exchanges. Most of them would be east of I-65, probably. Three west of Louisville. So, and the issue is, and why they moved quicker, was there was more of an urgency because they were having more substance abuse. They were seeing the incidence of HIV and liver diseases tick up, which are the diseases normally associated with dirty needle use. And while we still have a relatively low incidence here, we want to get ahead of the curve. We want to get the horse fed and going and try to move forward with it. So with that, any question? Yes, sir.
The only couple points I would make is one, I think this puts us in a position, as you said, ahead of the curve. It puts us in a position where if we see an uptick in certain situations, we can respond more quickly because we're prepared already with this ordinance. And secondly, one of the things when Clay met with us individually to answer some questions is one of the points that he made is we're not going to make this a mandate, but it's an opportunity to offer rehab services, if you will, to those who are recognize where they are and don't want to stay there. So
good point, Commissioner. Often the first time that we get to interface with somebody and offer them services, those services is when they've been arrested by the sheriff or OPD and they are in jail. That's the expensive way of doing it. A needle exchange is a relatively inexpensive way to meet with these folks and just say, hey, we're there to help. No judgment on our part. We're there to help. Yes, sir.
I was just going to ask Clay, if you do us a favor, maybe after the first 3 months, give us a little, you can just send us an email, but a report on how many needles you've given out and maybe how many of them are repeaters, and then how many actually got referred to or got a referral to an agency that could help them. In maybe 6 months, I don't know. It may not be practical to do 3 months, but I'd like to see how it works.
Commissioner Walton, that's a great question, and I'll tell you that we've already kind of put together our draft program guidelines, and the tracking and evaluation piece is already built into that. Good. And all those metrics that you just requested are things that we're already planning on tracking, and we're already planning on publicizing and keeping the public up to date with that information as well. Good,
because it'd be good to know the results.
Mike.
Yeah, just one question. How do we market this? Is this by mouth? Is it pamphlets going out to various places, schools, et cetera? Or how do you?
Yeah, so I think that it'll be all of the above. I mean, I think we'll target a lot of this marketing to where we know that people that may need these services are already interacting. So, but we'll publicize this. We'll have outreach with other community partners. I think the question has been asked, what will this look like? We intend to operate this out of our health center on Breckenridge. Judging from how this has happened in other counties, especially in western Kentucky, typically it takes off kind of slow. So we anticipate that we'll operate, 2 partial days a week. But if there's more demand than that, if the needs of the community change, we're able to scale that up or down. But basically all of the above that you just said in terms of getting the word out that this service is available.
I knew you couldn't do anything until it's been passed, but now that it's passed, I was just wondering how we're going to get it out there. Thank you.
Clay, just a couple more. Somewhere in the back of my head it stuck that perhaps we were going to offer the folks who took advantage testing. By that I mean testing for HIV and Hep B and C. Is that, or is that just a wish I have that we would make that available for them?
No, that's already part of our plan as well.
Okay, that's excellent. I think that's excellent because you make the offer and sometimes they won't on their own volition do it. But in this case, if you offer to do it and it's an anonymous setting, I think that will go a long way. The other thing, I've heard some concern, and I think I've even heard some concern over in the city about how we keep people out of other counties and communities from coming to Owensboro and Daviess County because they know they can walk in and get a needle. And I think, personally, well, they're not going to drive all the way here to get a clean needle versus a dirty needle. Hopefully they won't have to because there'll be more. There's 49 places in our community, but address that. And we're not going to ask them. We're not going to ID them when they come in.
So there is a tracking mechanism, but they don't provide their name.
Right.
Each on an initial visit, everybody's given a unique identifying number, so that we can tell if the same people are revisiting.
Right. Okay.
But I guess the best way to address that is that this is a spreading practice across Kentucky. I mentioned there's already 49 operating sites here in our 7-county region. We're working actively to get Henderson stood up as well. We can't give you an ironclad guarantee that somebody from outside the county would ever come in. However, we don't think that it's going to be a significant issue. And the other thing that we look at, and the primary reason, and there's a lot of other good reasons, such as what Commissioner Castlen said about steering people to recovery, but the primary reason we're doing this is to stop the spread of infectious disease.
That's a good point.
Which, if someone's coming into our community to operate this program, they're also coming into our community for other reasons. And
if I can stop it there, it's better than having to fight it here.
That's correct.
Okay. Any other question or comment? Question or comment for the public? Yes, sir. Come to the podium and identify yourself, please.
Hello, my name is Jacob Kuiper. I'm an employee of Matthew 25 Aid Services. We have a vested interest in this program. Wondering if there is any estimate of if this passes Owensboro, how quickly this program could be up and running.
Clay, can you come forward and answer that?
As soon as possible, I guess is the best answer. I think in terms of our staff planning, if the city of Owensboro passes it on the 18th, probably realistically we've got to order supplies, get a few things set up. We're probably looking mid-January.
Right.
But that's not our ironclad again, but that's our intention.
Okay, thank you. Sir, would you come back and spell your last name for the clerk?
Last name is Kuiper, K-I-P-E-R.
Okay, I was right. How about that? I'm a good speller. Any other question or comment from anybody? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
G Resolution 1518, appointing Keith Sanders from the Hager Foundation as chair of the ad hoc committee promoting a complete 2020 census count in Daviess County, Kentucky.
Move to approve.
Second. I have a motion and second. Commissioners, as you are aware, our Constitution says that every 10 years we shall count every person in the United States of America. And 2020 is approaching pretty quickly. It's extremely important that we get an accurate count because just for several reasons. Number one, they determine the number of representatives that you have in the House by your population. They redistrict the various districts, the legislative districts and Senate districts in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. But perhaps even more, and they redistrict your districts. As you recall, you were here the last time we did one of these things, and you lost some people and you gained some people. But perhaps the most important thing is most all federal aid is based on the number of people that is located within our county, and that goes from supplementary nutritional benefits, to school aid, to medical care, even workforce development. So it's extremely important that we know how many people that we have in our community. It has been decided that Keith Sanders will be appointed as a chair of the committee that will promote that census. In fact, David and I have been meeting with Keith and several other people. Originally, they were going to appoint a huge committee, and we decided that, Keith, you be the chair, and then you can do what you wish. And we are looking at some partners. David, do you have a list of those partners that we were talking about using?
I don't have it with me, but it would be the people that have vested interests, as you were saying, getting those grants. The school systems, I believe, we're going to be the first people we're reaching out to. Audubon area grad, and in particular some of the areas of communities that are typically
Human Relations Commission, NAACP, Catholic Charities, the faith community, the churches, St. Vincent de Paul, those folks who deal with folks who typically will slip through the crack. Somebody knock on the door, George, at your house, you'll answer it if you think it's legitimate and tell them everything you know. Somebody in other areas of town, somebody knock on the door, maybe they're not so forthcoming. So anyway, we're trying to make a concerted effort to make sure that we count each and every person. A good example is the point in time count that the Homeless Council does. It's extremely difficult to get a handle on how many people are actually homeless, and it always amazes me how Davis County might report 400 people homeless and McLean County has none. It's really because they don't have a mechanism to go out and do an accurate count. So anyway, it's one of those things that it seems mundane. It seems like it's much ado about nothing, but really it's much ado about everything, because it determines how much money, and it's a 10-year. What's decided in 2020 affects us till 2030. So, any question or comment?
I do think we need to thank the Hager Foundation for allowing their part-time director to do this.
And I agree with that. So, any other question or comment? Question or comment for the public? What are you reading out there? Coloring? Are you coloring? Okay. No other question or comment? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carries.
Judge H is award the following annual bids.
Okay.
In the packet, they are combined. They may be slightly out of order.
What we're going to do here too, Jenny, if I get a motion second on all of them, then I will have Jordan go through, explain each one. I will pause. If you have exceptions or questions, we'll do it, and then we'll vote on all of them. Okay, go ahead, Jenny. Yeah, read them in total.
H, award the following annual bids. Bid 119, engine oils and lubricants. Bid 219, bituminous hot mix and pavement milling. 3, mowing of county right-of-ways, Section A. 3, 2018, mowing of county right-of-ways, Section B through G. 37, 2017, elevator maintenance services. And 4, 2017, mosquito control program.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion second. Did I hear you say alligator control?
I did.
Okay, I just wondered because I read that story in the newspaper today or yesterday. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. As Jenny said, the documents are not in the order as they appear on the agenda. For simplicity's sake, I'll read them in the order as they appear in your packet.
Okay.
Starting with calendar year annual bid renewals. The rate schedules that I referenced for these renewals can be found immediately following this summary page. Bid number 3, 2018, mowing of county right-of-ways. We have been pleased with the vendor service throughout calendar year 2018, and we are recommending renewal on sections B through G with BJ Ward Contracting for the presented schedule bid rates for the calendar year 19.
Question or comment, Commissioners? Public. Next item.
For 2017, our mosquito control program, we have been pleased with the vendor service throughout calendar year 18. They have proved responsive in adjusting our mosquito control program as needed. We are recommending renewing service with Action Pest Control for the presented schedule bid rates for calendar year 19.
Question, comment, Commissioners? Public. Next item.
37, 2017, elevator maintenance services. We've been pleased with the vendor service throughout calendar year 18 and recommend renewing service with DC Elevator on the courthouse, Kirtley Annex, and Judicial Center's elevators for the presented scheduled bid rates for calendar year 2019.
Question, commissioners. Question, public. Next item.
Moving to bid number 1, 2019, engine oils and lubricants. We solicited bids for the provision and delivery of engine oils and lubricants to all county departments. We received 5 bids. Home Oil and Gas Company Incorporated is the lowest and best evaluated bid, having no exceptions to our bid documentation. The prices presented here are projected to be a negligible increase compared to current rates. We recommend award to Home Oil and Gas Company for the schedule of bid rates presented for the calendar year of 2019.
Commissioners, question or comment? Jordan, the only question I have is, I know that one of the vendors last year or the year before last, I think it was last year, asked that we provide a matrix that would give them greater detail. Did we provide that matrix?
We did, sir.
And all vendors received the matrix?
Yes.
Okay. Any question by the public? There being none, next item.
Bid 2, 2019. We solicited bids for bituminous hot mix and pavement milling. Jaeger Materials is the only bid received, having no exceptions to our specifications. We recommend award to Jaeger Materials for the scheduled bid rates presented for the calendar year of 2019.
Question or comment, commissioners? Public? None? Is that it?
One more.
One more, okay.
3, 2019, mowing of county right-of-ways, Section A only. BJ Ward Contracting was the only bid received, having no exceptions to the bid specifications. We recommend award to BJ Ward for the scheduled bid rates presented for the calendar year of 2019. Section A is our largest section. I believe we're seeing an increase of this size in comparison with last year's rate due to the vendor underestimating the time and fuel necessary to service this area. The total increase is minor.
Any other bids received for that section?
No, sir.
Okay. But he was way under bid last year. We decided to bid it out again. He was the only bidder.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question or comment by the commission? Public? Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Any question or comment on any of those bids? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I promote Zach Winkler to solid waste heavy equipment operator effective December 10, 2018.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second. Is this is an internal promotion, isn't it, David? Zach Winkler? Yeah, it's a promotion, so.
He is going from the road department to the solid waste department, and he is replacing an employee that has announced their resignation.
Their retirement.
Their retirement.
Okay. There being no question or comment, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
J, KOC, our second reading of KOC 620.5118, an ordinance relating to the discontinuance of a portion of Chambers Street.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion second. Claude, on first reading, we read what was necessary into the record. So,
We did, Judge.
Again, commissioners, all this is discontinuing a section that was platted as a street.
And never been used as a street.
Never been used. Any question or comment? We have gone through all the.
We've done through that. All the viewers have approved. It's not.
Okay. Any question or comment by the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, second reading KOC 620.50/2018, an ordinance relating to the discontinuance of Old Short Station Road.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, again, this is one of those discontinuances. We read into the record everything necessary on first reading. It's a portion of Old Short Station Road. Short Station Road was renewed, realigned, or whatever, and this is a section of the road that's no longer needed, so we're just discontinuing it. Any question or comment? Question or comment for the public? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
L, declare surplus the .521 acre tract of land at the intersection of Short Station Road and Jack Hinton.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, since we don't need the road and road bed anymore, it becomes surplus. The only way it becomes surplus is if we declare it surplus. And as you will see later on in my comments, we will
advertised to auction off by a sealed bid or whatever means that surplus property. Any question or comment? Question or comment by the public? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
3, consideration for discussion, A, other business to be brought before the Daviess County Fiscal Court, and I pray there's not any.
Will it be a whole year if we can go next? I shouldn't have said that, because Sherry Girton, our new employee who came over from the city, probably will sabotage this fiscal court, right?
Absolutely not, Judge.
Okay, next item.
B, public comments.
This is time during a meeting and during which we invite the public to come to the podium, identify themselves, and they're welcome to speak on any item other than what was on the agenda today. Do you want to come up and talk about your coloring book? You want to come up and talk? Okay, I don't guess anybody's going to come up. Next item.
C, comments by Daviess Fiscal Court.
Commissioner Colger.
Pass.
Commissioner Wathen.
I will pass.
Commissioner Castlen.
I'll pass also.
Well, bah humbug, yeah. So one of the things I want to do is publicly wish Ann Catherine Warren a happy 16th birthday. She'll be 16 on December 10th. So her daddy has bought chains, right, ankle bracelets and things that he'll know where she's at, and also has armed her, so boys beware. I also want to take this time, folks, to recognize Lieutenant Kevin Gore for 20 years of service. I want to talk to you about, we will be advertising bid number 34, 2018, surplus property. That's the 0.521 acres of land on Old Short Station Road. I want to remind everyone that our January meetings are delayed by a week. The first meeting will be on the 10th. The second meeting will be on the 24th. Today is the 6 plus 4. Our next meeting will be December 20th, and at that time we will be swearing in fiscal court and any other constitutional officers and or folks who need to be sworn in who want to come and take advantage of it. I've asked retiring Judge Joe Castlen to come and swear us in, the pastor of Harvest Temple Baptist Church, I think. Yeah. Greater Vision Baptist. I think it's Harvest Temple. The other Great Harvest is where we get food to eat. And then Father Pat from Pat Reynolds from Our Lady of Lourdes will do a closing. I want to take this time to recognize a couple folks. First, I don't know if you saw it, Steve Veed is retiring. Steve has been with the news for 41 years, Jacob. Is that how long he was there? And he lives over on South Stratford, just about 3 doors down from George, 4 doors down from George. George is a house that's got the flag that flies. So Saturday from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., Steve is having a reception, a little retirement reception. So I would like to see 20,000 people from Daviess County show up and eat all his food and drink all his booze. Also, and it's sad, it really is sad for me to say that our own Jacob Dick is announced he's taking another job, I believe in Texas. Jacob, are you going to stay in the newspaper business? Going to stay in the newspaper business, and we really will miss him. It took us a while to train him, but he's finally gotten to do a pretty good job. As a matter of fact, that's why they're hiring him now. We trained him, showed him all the ropes, accepted all of his mistakes without throwing gavels at him, and now he's going to go make more money. Jacob, I say this in all sincerity, I will miss talking with you. We've had a very good relationship. You've always shot me straight, and I promise you I always shot you straight. So we hope you the best in your new endeavor.
When is your last meeting for us?
20th.
Yeah, the 20th. Yeah, he won't be back on the 10th. I told him we were saving something really juicy for the 10th just so he would miss the story. If there's no other business to be brought before...
You want to announce the Whitesville Parade.
Oh, the Whitesville Parade, is it 10 o'clock? 10
I don't
o'clock.
know, that's why I'm leaving it to you.
Yeah, Whitesville Parade is at 10 o'clock Saturday. It's supposed to be like 27 degrees and snowing and sleeting, and it will really be a Christmas mood. Hopefully the city of hopefully the city of Owensboro has lent them their trolley, although knowing the city of Owensboro, they probably rented them their trolley. And I'm hoping to be able to ride in that trolley so that it won't be so bad. I'm hoping that they ask Mike to judge it, because the last time I rode in the trolley, we waved at Mike as we went by. So anyway, and there are a lot of celebrations, Christmas celebrations, and I'll say it again on the 20th, but we hope that everyone has a happy and merry and safe holiday season. Without it, if there's no other business be brought before Daviess County Fiscal Court without exception, we're adjourned. What